All right, guys, here we go again. We're here against Buriram United. As you saw, if you watched yesterday afternoon's video, we made a big signing. We got Mwanta from Buriram right before this match, actually the day before. So we'll see what he can do. He doesn't really like playing as a shadow striker, so we'll see what happens. But we'll do our best, and we'll try to win this match. A win here, just like any win for us, would be something. We've only won one match so far this season, so let's see if we can get it going, see if we can make something good happen again and get FC Seoul back on the map. It's going to be back with Nikoka over to Park Sang-hong to Ihan Bum. Ihan Bum hasn't played much lately, and he's always lacking in match fitness. I'm not quite sure what to do to change that because he's a really good player that we would like to hold on to. And here is Park Sang-hong with the... Park Sang-hoon, with the first corner, and that one doesn't go anywhere. We've had some bad luck with corners so far. He tries to run past everybody to take a shot. It doesn't quite work. And then it's Qureshi who's called for the foul. And now it's up to us to play defense again. And that was a really good save by Baek Jong-boom. So we're getting in front of that ball, which is what we need to do, and we're preventing them from scoring, which is always a plus. And that corner ended up doing just about nothing. And so here is Nikuka again with it, over to Alexa, back to Nikuka, up to Ihan Bum, and we'll see what we can do from here. Lee Se-young passes all the way back to Baek Jong-boom to Ihan Bum. Park Sang-hong to Lee Se-young, back to Kim Shin-jin over to Ihan Bum. And it goes all the way back to Nikuka, and he can't get there in time, and that looked pretty bad. It leads to a shot. Fortunately, that shot is up and above everybody's head, but yeah, that looked pretty bad in the back. We're having more problems here in the back, just holding onto the ball and playing the way that we should. Ihan Bum with an out to Nikuka over to Park Sang-hong to Nathan, and he finds Kim Shin-jin, Park Sang-hong, forward to Lee Se-young as Nathan fell down. I think it was him falling down. Qureshi can't get his head onto that one and ends up being with Pronk. Pronk with this over to Nikuka, down to Alexa. Forward again for Lee Se-young. And there's a cross looking for Park Sang-hong and can't quite find him. So we're still struggling to get the cohesion up and struggling to get something going here against this other team. And boy, this doesn't look very good, does it? It's going to be here with Cools over to Bolingi, and the shot is in. The question is whether Bolingi was offside or not. I think he was onside, and yep, they've given it there. So so much for that. And we are down 1-0. This has been pretty bad from us, and we've fallen prey to counterattack once again. And it was Pronk there who did a really, really poor job of getting in front of his guys. So, yeah, not a very good job. Over here on this side, it's Alexa who just left Bolingi wide open. But I've really got to blame the midfield for giving up possession that easily. And Mwanta, of course, is not having a great match, just as I thought he would, because he's not used to playing in that role. So it's going to take a little while to get him up to speed. Yeah, Alexa's the one who got the blame for that, and Nathan has been injured. So much for that. We're going to put Loengo on for him and see what we can do from there. So another injury has harmed our team. We've had more injuries in this save than I've ever had in any other save. This has been absolutely ridiculous, the number of injuries that we've had. Every time I turn around, there's another guy getting hurt. And I'm not quite sure if it may have something to do with not having good sports scientists or something like that. I don't know. For whatever reason it is, we're having a hard time with injuries here. We're becoming injured far more frequently than we should. And we're getting a lot of good players out for long periods of time because of it. Nikuka passes to Ihan Bum, over to Kim Shin-jin, back to Ihan Bum, over to Nikuka again. Forward now for Kim Shin-jin. He's not even close to it. As bad as the injuries are, I mean, if we could just get that cohesion down a little bit, we'd be a little bit better off. Ling over to Ihan Bum, down to Alexa, over to Pronk. And he's going to move up with it here, left side, over to Qureshi. Ends up with Mwanta, who takes a shot, and unfortunately that one doesn't go in. But that's the way you play the position, so he's starting to figure it out. I'm not so sure about Jami Qureshi, who didn't look like he knew what he was doing at all. And once again, we have a few more poor performances. This throw went to nobody because nobody was back there for it. I'm not quite sure what the thinking was here. You're going to throw it deep, and then the guy runs the complete wrong direction. So more frustration. We've had frustration this entire save. It's not quite as bad as the abandoned FC Seoul save, but it's getting there. So let's see what we can do. We have another corner to defend, and we are able, fortunately, to successfully defend that. So that's good. Still only 1-0. We do have a chance of getting back into this one, but we're going to have to play a little bit better than this. And let's see if we can keep them from scoring again before the half. Alexa with a great head save. Wanta with it to Kim Shin-jin, and he just gives up possession. I tell you, these Korean players are driving me nuts. Baek Jong-boom with the save, and that prevents another goal from going in, which is a good thing. But this looks really, really bad here for a first half of play. This is not what we were expecting to see. And it's only getting worse as they have the ball again in another attacking formation, another attacking movement. And here they come. And it's Spolingi once again. And I've got to ask where the defense was. And so, yeah, this is looking pretty bad. We are down now 2-0 here as they have scored right before the half, and that's usually a morale killer. We're going to have to do some shouting again. I've done a lot of shouting lately in this save. Baek Jong-boom just goes the wrong way. He's about to lose his job because this is getting ridiculous. He's given up far too many goals, and he's had too many matches with poor ratings. So we're going to go after these guys. We're going to let them know what we think of them. This has been bad, and you have been awful. You have been awful. And we have a whole bunch of other guys who've been awful too. But these three who have been really bad are coming out. Baek Jong-boom may have started his last match for us. I don't know if I can sit with this guy anymore. I mean, because this is just horrible. This is just absolutely horrible. Yeah, we'll take a couple of these guys out. And let's see, Qureshi will come out. So Jamin has been playing actually pretty well, so we'll see if he can do anything for us. But yeah, this is looking pretty bad. And there are rumors of an inquisition coming in. They're going to go after my head if we keep losing. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be one of those saves. Hopefully we won't end up with an ultimatum. That's what we're always trying to hide from. Want over to So Jamin, back to Pronk. Forward over for Kim Shin-jin. And boy, that was very, very close to a goal. That one was off the hands of the keeper and off the crossbar or off the post. And Loengo has been injured, so we need to do something about that. And it's the injury bug once again. So not quite sure what to do. We're going to put this guy in, Angeloni, who I did get to play in defensive midfield. Well, you get to do it right away. So let's see if he can do anything to turn it around. Angeloni over to Mwanta, who just gives up possession. The game is trying, I think, to tell me that he doesn't play in that position. But, I mean, that was just a totally ridiculous thing to do. He just stands here with the ball. I mean, what was that? What was that? So I do wish that the animations in Football Manager would be a little bit more descriptive about what's happening, because it gets really frustrating to watch a good player who you just paid tons of money for, stand there with the ball and wait for the defender to take the ball off of him. Here's Park Sang-hong, and his shot goes straight into the wall. Goes back to Pronk, and that's the end of that highlight, and they have another one. So this has been a pretty poor performance, I'll tell you that. And there's number 3, and that's his hat trick, and this is going to be a problem. We need this team to wake up. And I hate to tell you this, but this save is getting worse and worse as we go along. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is not what we had in mind. 3-0, we are behind, and it's getting worse. Wanta back to Ihanbum, and we're now in 21st position as we're losing points because we keep giving up goals. Iseong back to Ihanbum, Park Sang-hong. Today is the final day of the transfer window, which is also a problem. Honestly, I want to sell every single Korean player we have on the team because I don't think any of them are any good. I think that's what the problem is. And we've almost given up a 4th goal. Fortunately, Domboya was offside, so that was the end of that. Park Sang-hong back to Ihanbum. Ihanbum, by the way, is the one who I really have in my crosshairs because he hasn't played well at all and he's been injured most of the time. I mean, I'm not sure what to do with this guy. He's making a lot of money, right? He's supposed to be really good, but I haven't seen it, right? Where is it? So anyway, we prevent that one from going in. Hopefully we can do something here to try to, to try to get some sort of offense to try to at least make it look like something. But this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I can't even do a shout right now. And we're not going to watch this highlight. Enough of that. The worst part about playing Football Manager on camera is that when you come up with a match like this, you can't just like exit out of it or, you can't do one of those. Let's see, there we go. Berate. You can't do one of those rage quits, right? Because you want to do it in front of other people, right? As part of the fun. Baek Jong-boom does save that, which is a good thing. But we're looking pretty bad in defense. Lee Han-bum over to Lee Se-young. And it's guys like that, I hate to say it, but it's guys like these two guys who are really driving me nuts because they're just not careful with their passes and they're not playing the way that they should be. Kim Shin-jin now forward over for So Jae-min. Can't find him. It's with Pronk. Pronk forward for So Jae-min, who wins the ball over to Park Sang-hong, who hits it off of one of his teammates. Pronk with it here again over to Maria, and that's the end of the highlight. So that's all that there was to see there. This has been a long video, over 10 minutes so far, and we haven't done anything in this entire match. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to say other than that Park Sang-hong can't figure out where the net is. And this is going to be it for Baek Jong-boom, as I've said. This is probably the last time that he'll play for us. I think we'll try to get rid of him in December, or in January in-game when that comes around. Lee Se-young back to Lee Han-bum. And the fines are going to come out at the end of this one, I tell you. We're going to have fines and we're going to have frustration. Kim Shin-jin missed that one and then had another shot right at the edge of the goal and missed it again. And this is another player we probably should get rid of because he can't score. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He's got a great position right here. He can't get it done, and then he goes over, wins the ball, and can't knock it in. All you have to do is knock it in. It's right in front of you, and you can't do it. So, yeah, this is going to come to a pretty poor end. We'll see how long this lasts, but I have a feeling that they're going to want my neck pretty soon here in game, and that's not going to be much fun. Baek Jong-boom with a save there, which is a miracle. And, I mean, we just want the final whistle. That's all that we want. We want this to end because this is getting really frustrating and really, really bad. He jumps up and saves that. So he does do good things from time to time, but we're going to berate this team one more time and start screaming at them. And this looks like it's going to be the end. We only have a couple of seconds left here in this match, and we have been just absolutely ripped apart. And so the winless streak continues. The only team we've been able to beat was Guangzhou, and we weren't even close in this one. What a horrible performance. Talk with you again tomorrow. Bye.